Hey, good morning. Today we're going to continue practicing with SOHCAHTOA. Okay, we're probably not going to do all the problems on here, but we're going to do quite a few. Just get a little practice, get better at it. Then there will be a Delta Math assignment where we practice this. So go ahead. The first thing you want to do in order to do these problems, we need to have the Desmos Scientific Calculator. So open a tab. Hopefully you bookmarked this yesterday. If not, up here at the top, you can see the address is just desmos.com/scientific. If you're having trouble finding it, if you go into today's folder, so 3.2.21 and it's learning, there will be a link to it. Okay, so we'll need that handy. So I'm going to open that and I'll drag that over here on the side. I'll also drag that so now we can still see it. I'm going to go ahead and close out of this picture so you guys can see the calculator. So the first thing we want to do, remember with SOHCAHTOA, we need to identify what are the values we care about. So we care about the 14 and the x, the two sides there, and we want to label those either O, A, or H. Remember, H is hypotenuse. That's probably the easiest one. We know that's always across from the right angle, so 14 is our H. Meanwhile, O is opposite and A is adjacent. So opposite of 62 would be over here. Adjacent shares the side with it. That would be the x. So we have an A and an H. Now we look up here at the top. SOHCAHTOA, A and an H. Right under here, that's K. Okay, so we know it's going to be cosine. So to set it up, I do cosine of 62 degrees all over 1. That will equal K, A over H. So A is x, H is 14. Now we cross multiply. 1 times x is x. X equals 14 times the cosine of 62. Okay, we go over here. We do 14 times. Now cosine, you can either hit this right here, or I like to just type it, COS, parenthesis, 62. Close it. Remember, right here, if this changes to radians, you see it changed our answer. We want that to be on degrees. You should never change that. It will always open on degrees. That's what we want. So our answer here, if we round to 2 decimal places, 6.57. All right. So if I were you, I would maybe pause the video and try number 2 on your own. If you're still not confident, go ahead and do it with me. But if you want to test yourself, I'd say pause it and try it on your own. So right here, we look. The angle we're concerned with is 48. 12 is our hypotenuse. It's across from the right angle. X, that would be the opposite. That's O. So O and H. If we go back to our thing, O and H is sine. So, remember, SOHCAHTOA. Okay, so sine is O and H. So sine of 48 degrees, all that over 1, will equal O over H. So x over 12. If we cross multiply, we're going to get x equals 12 times the sine of 48. Okay, so we come over here. I forgot to enter. Okay, there. So 12 times the sine of 48. We close it, hit enter, and we get our answer there. So if we go to 2 decimal places, 8.92. Now I know some of you might be saying, what? It's 8.91. But remember, we got to round up. So 8.92, 8.917. So if we take that 7 and round up, 8.92. All right. Now, this third one, I want to make sure we do this because this one is slightly different. We haven't had one quite like it yet. Okay, now the first thing we do is still the same. We are going to label these. So if we label it, our opposite side is the 4, x is our A. Okay, we have an O and an A. So we go up here to the top, TOA, O and A, tangent. So this one will be the tangent of 27, and we put that over 1 equals Now, TOA, O, so 4 over x. And I want you to be very careful because we have not had x on the bottom yet. So when we cross multiply here, it's going to be a little different than what we've had before. We're going to get 1 times 4 is 4. That will equal x times the tangent of 27. Now, tangent of 27 is just a number. That's the same as if it was like x times 3. Okay, except tangent of 27 is a little bit different. Okay, it's obviously going to be a more complicated number. It's not going to be a whole number probably. But all we have to do is just divide by tangent of 27. If I do that, it will cancel. Now if I do it to one side, got to do it to the other. And I will get my answer then for x. So x equals 4. Now divided by, I go over here, divided by, and I can just type tangent of 27, close it, I hit enter, and if I go to 2 decimal places, I get 7.85. And we're done. So that one was a little bit more challenging in the location. Okay, so there's plenty of these to try. Do as many as you need to. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit, and we'll kind of finish out with this last one, number 8. So this time, the only difference is they have 2 variables. We need to find what both of those are. Now, 63 degrees is up here in the corner. So compared to that, x is my h, y is my a, and 12 is my o. However, I need to be careful as I solve this. I cannot solve with a and h because those are both variables. I have to use this 12. So we know we're going to have to use the o. So either do o and a or o and h. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to start with o and h. So that's o over h. So sine, I'll put this down here. So sine of 63 degrees all over 1, that's going to equal o over h, so 12 over x. Once again, we cross multiply. We'll get 12 equals the sine of 63 times x. And once again, we have to divide. Whenever you do it and the sign is on the top, the x is on the bottom, or the variable's on the bottom, that's when you have to do this dividing. It's not that difficult though. We divide by sine of 63. Okay, we do that on both sides. Now on the right side it cancels and we're left with x. To find what x equals, we just take 12 divided by sine of 63. So 12 divided by sine of 63, close your parentheses, hit enter, and there we go, 13.47 by the time we round it up. And we're almost done. The final one we're going to do together. Let's find what y is. So y up here is the a. So o and a, that's going to be tangent. So the tangent of 63, once again, I'll put it over 1. That's going to equal TOA. O is 12 over a, which is y. We cross multiply. Once again, we get 12 equals tangent of 63 times y. It's almost exactly like the last one, except on the last one, we divided by sine of 63, where this time we will divide by tangent of 63. But it's very similar. So those cancel. Y would equal, so we go over here, and I'll do 12 divided by the tangent of 63. We close the parentheses, we hit enter, and we get 6.11 once we round it. Okay, so 6.11 is our value. Now today there is a Delta Math assignment, so please go to Delta Math, do a little bit or a few problems like this. It's just going to be the same type of thing. Make sure you round however it tells you to. Okay, follow the directions. If you need any help, please reach out. Hope you guys have a great day.